I may not do this exactly like the book is showing, because I'm gonna run through it without using the step-by-step from the book. So I'm just going to do it based on setting up a form and showing you the key elements of how to design a form and lay it out. Follow your book to get the exact positioning, but I should be able to provide you with what you need as far as Office 2013 goes, and the book should be covering 2007. There may be some discrepancies in Access 2010, so if you do run into something, you may have to just explore around, find the equivalent. It will be there, but it may be under a slightly different menu. Alright, so we're creating a customer form now, so I'm going to go to Create, and the book shows you go into More Forms and then choosing Form Wizard, but Form Wizard in Office 2013 is its own button here. I'm going to go ahead and choose it. We're choosing the table for customer. We're going to choose all the fields, hit Next, columnar layout, Next, and we're going to call this FRM customer and finish. Alright, so that's going to bring up a form layout using that wizard, but we want to edit this further. You've probably noticed to edit most things we click on View and Design View. Now we're ready to edit. We want to drag out this, and it's kind of hard to grab sometimes, especially if you're on a trackpad. Let's bring it down to an inch or so, I think is what they ask, and across to 7 inches. Alright, they want us to reposition this title, relabel it. It'll be Customer Form, I believe. And if you want to format that, you'll have to go to the Format tab, and you'll notice while it's highlighted, actually it is letting me edit while it's highlighted, and we'll scoot that over. They may be asking you to change the size and so forth. You can do that according to the book. They also ask you to add another text element. To do that, go to Design, choose this A with a little a, and you can drag out a new text box, and I'm just putting in some text. I don't remember exactly what they need in there, but put in the text they ask for, center it, format it, however they ask. Next, you'll be doing the layout of the actual form fields. We don't want to ask the customer for a CID. We want to give them a full name. So either you can come over here in the caption and change that to Customer Identification Number. And I'll put a colon. And or you can go in here, and so last name we want to add space, put in a colon, first name, space, put in a colon, street address, and put in a column, and you get the point. So zip code, phone number, they need spaces, need colons throughout. Alright, so to reposition these, we can grab more than one at once. So if we want to put all of these, I'm holding down Shift, and I'm just going to drag these up here and get them kind of positioned here. But this position really isn't going to work because we're going to end up needing to move this guy over because this field doesn't all fit in there. So we're going to change the width of that to, I don't know exactly what they use, but I think 2.1 inches should pretty much expand it far enough. And then we need to change where this field appears because it's setting on top its label. So we're going to say that it needs to be left 2.2 inches. No, it looks like we need more than that. We'll go with 2.3. See how close that gets us. Okay, that seems to work. Actually, let's just do that one at 2 inches. That is our longest field, and we're going to set these fields here to also start at, I believe it was 2.3, so that they all line up. And then, and if you want to see how the table should look, flip over to page 320 and you'll see the form layout. The other thing that excuse me, we want to do is we want to go ahead and we'll set the width of these to be the same as customer identification number, because we are also going to format them to be right aligned so that they line up right up against it. Then we are going to shrink some of these items. We will set all these to be about the same width here. So let's go with, I don't know if the book gives you a specific width or not, but we are going to go with, how about 1.25? And we'll do the same for all of these fields. And we will change all of these to a width of 1.25 as well. And we will right align. We'll change the left position of all of our fields to start at, let's try 4.2. Yep, it's going to have to be farther than that. We'll try 4.4. Oops, didn't get the decimal in there. And then we're going to move all the labels, everything over, and I'm just using the arrow key. Whoop. And we can move those into position. Alright, again, follow whatever the book says for sizes. I'm just trying to put together this video quick and simple for you. So you have another form to do in task 2, and it'll be done much the same way as this. Once these form fields are completed, and that'll be next week's assignment, we can go into how to actually view and fill out using these forms. But for now, that should be enough to carry you through with what you need in this assignment. One last thing that you'll need to know is when you're ready to submit this assignment, eCollege does not like the database extension in order to send this, so you will have to right click and compress or zip the file before you send, or delete out the extension. And if your computer is not showing extensions, you may have to do a search online for your version of Windows for how to show extensions, and it's usually folder options, show extensions, or hide extensions, and you just need to check that off. But it's probably easier, if possible, to right click the file and say zip or compress and then send the file. If you have any trouble with that, let me know and we'll go from there.